we hearing all these type of noises, like we hearing scratching, things falling over, people running. First thing I thought in my head was Ghostbusters.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm scared. What's inside there?
Sounds like somebody got up on their hands and knees and took off. That's what that sounds like.
On my soul. On my soul. On my life. Like, I go to open the door, I see 2 cop cars come down the block.
Here's the motherfucking tea.
All right, so let me tell you the tea, right?
Spill the tea. What the?
Spill the tea, sis.
Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you're not new here, hey girl, hey, how you doing, how you been, where you from, where you at? So by the title of this video, y'all already know what we're finna be talking about. Let's get straight into it. Hey beauties, so today we do have a small business shout out. Now this was sent to my PO box by one of my beauties. Y'all know I do free promo for my beauties only in the PO box. Her business is called Stargaze Beauty. As you can see, pretty in pink. The girls is showing up and showing out this year, but the lashes is lashing. I love the lashes. She sells lip oils, lash tweezers, and she's based out of New Jersey. You already know. So let's get into what she sent me. So boom, package is cute, first impression is cute. That's the PO box. Stop asking me in a DM. Boom, it's in your face. I told you my girl is based out of New Jersey. So now we're gonna open the package. Also, this is her Instagram. Go follow my girl, show her some love. This packaging is immaculate. When I tell you this was not coming open, it took me a little minute. So this is the first lash style she sent me. I'm not pretty sure which one this is on the website because they don't have a name on them. But yeah, they cute though. They real cute. This is the next thing she sent me. Now these are lash tweezers and disposable. What is it? Disposable. What's the things the girl? These things. You know them things. But I like how she brand her business. It's giving me Powerpuff Girls. You know, the bubble letters. It's cute. It's cute. So definitely head down in that description box and go support my girl, her website. And all the links to the products will be in the description box below. Thank you.
All right, so let me tell you the tea, right?
So for the new people coming in, y'all, the new people coming in. So this house that I live in right now, I started renting this house November 30th, 2023, okay? November 30th, okay? Before I rented the house, it was vacant. They said about 7 months, nobody lived in there. When I came to view the house, somebody was living in the house. Hold up. Wait a minute. It was a guy and his girl, and they was in there. It was like an older couple. It was 2 beds in there. They was moving out. Yeah, I know this because I done said this so many times before. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, right? If y'all seen the moving vlog, y'all seen that Omar helped me move the stuff into the house.
Why?
Yeah. So after that, me and Omar, we did try to work it out. It lasted 4 days. Okay, it lasted 4 days. I couldn't let go of the past. I just couldn't move on. So I was just like, yeah, we can't do this. We can't be together. This not gonna work. So he went his separate way. I went my separate way. Whatever, right? It was one day my father had came. That was New Year's Day. He was here all night or whatever. We didn't hear nothing. Nothing was going on. It's just ironic how when it's no men in the house, like it's just me and my kids, we hearing all these type of noises. Like we hearing scratching, things falling over, people running, things moving.
No.
Like we hearing a lot of things. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So the first thing I thought in my head was Ghostbusters.
Stop it. Get some help.
It's definitely giving Ghostbusters. Cause like, yeah, right? So I'm sitting here in my head, I'm like, well, if it's some scratching and stuff like that, then you know, maybe it could be a rat or something. We've been there. What was going on a month when it started happening, and I ain't seen no rat. Yeah, a rat would have been came through. Nah, it was definitely giving no rat. It was definitely giving no rat. So let me tell y'all about the specific day. So on this day, I got on live and I told y'all what was going on. I'm scared, y'all. Y'all think somebody living here with us. And a lot of y'all wanted the whole backstory because a lot of y'all just nosy.
I know that's right. I know that's right, bitch.
See, I wanted to know every single detail, so I'm gonna tell y'all every single detail of what happened, right? Okay, so it was one Saturday, y'all. I forgot what Saturday it was. It was like a few weeks ago. The kids, you know, on school days, they go to bed early. They go to bed at 8:30. They end up at 8:30. They sleep by 9. On school days, no problem. That's just how it goes. So on Saturdays, I let them do what they do, and they usually stay up late. Well, Harmony, she's usually always the one up late. So at this time, everybody was sleeping. And the only one up was Harmony at the time. I'm trying to explain it so that y'all understand. So, okay, basically something in Sincere's room fell over. It sounded to be about 250 pounds. I don't know. I heard it in my sleep. I'm thinking, okay, one of the kids running around. Like, I don't know. When my kids is home and I be hearing little stuff in my sleep, I don't really like pay it too much mind, because I'm like, it's for them. Like, somebody probably dropped a pen or something. So I'm not really alert to, I'm peaceful. I'm sleeping in my room peacefully. No problems, no issues, y'all. Harmony, she said she was up and like something dropped. Now, when something dropped, Sincere, he jumped up a little bit, but he was still asleep. He said he was still asleep. It sounded muffled in his sleep, but he just went right back to sleep. Promise, she said she heard it. It was so loud. She jumped up out her sleep. She stayed up. She said when she jumped up, Harmony was standing in the doorway by their room, like looking towards the hallway, and that's also looking towards like my room. Mind you, I'm dead asleep. I'm not getting up because I'm thinking the kids probably playing around. It's probably Blessing, but come to find out, Blessing was asleep. When I get up 7 in the morning. Promise is up, but everybody else sleep. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, what happened last night? Like, you know, she like, you didn't hear that in the living room? You didn't hear that in the living room? Basically, she's saying you didn't hear it in Sincere's room. Come to find out, the living room is not even Sincere's room. It's really my room. But wait, let's not even get too far. Let's not get too far. Promise, like, you didn't hear that? You didn't hear that in the room? You didn't hear that in the room, in Sincere's room last night? And I'm like, no. Like, by like what time? She was like, it was like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm like, I didn't hear nothing. Like, she like, so you didn't hear nothing fall? Like, it sounded like a person fell off the bed and they got up and they started running, but they started running towards the hallway. And when I jumped up, Harmony was standing in the hallway, like looking out the door, trying to figure out what it was. But whatever it was running, it just stopped running. Like, it stopped right there in the hallway. Oh my God. So I'm confused. I'm not putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, what was running? Like, what happened? Like, what? She was like, yeah, Harmony just went to sleep. She was mad scared to go to sleep. She said, so I told Harmony to come get in my bed with me, and I felt her heart beating on my back. Like, that's how close she was to me. She was so scared. So I'm like, scared of what though? Like, what's going on? So at this time, Sincere gets up, so he's explaining his point to me. He's like, yeah, I heard the little fall, but I didn't know what it was. It sounded like kind of muffled in my sleep, so I just went back to sleep. I wasn't really worried about it. So I'm like, well, why didn't anybody wake me up? They was like, because we don't know what it was. We don't know what it was. So I wake Harmony back up because I'm like, hold on, like, what happened? Like, wait, like, yeah, I didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, I don't know. So my first thing, I said, you know, I'm gonna call my dad. I'm gonna tell my dad, come check stuff out, see what's going on. Mind you, when we first moved here, Blessing, she kept saying something about, oh, it's a man with green eyes.
Fuck no.
Stuff like that, blase, blase, blah. I seen a man with green eyes and all types of stuff like that, right? The kid's telling me, you know, she be playing this Roblox thing and the character got the green eyes. That's what she making it up from. But I'm, in my head, I'm telling myself, like, no, she talking to some type of spirit, some type of ghost, because they could see them and we can't see them type shit, right? I tell my dad, come to the house, check out the attic, check out the crawl space, check out everything, see what's going on. So after I do that, my dad, he wasn't coming fast enough, so I was not trying to scare myself. So I get on live, scare myself even more, because my beauty sitting here talking about, oh, look behind you, what's behind you. I still got the live up if y'all want to see it, but anyway, my beauty sitting here talking about, oh, look behind you, what's behind you, what's this, what's that, because I put the title, like, I feel like my house is haunted. I think my house is haunted or something like that, right? So we on live, we try to figure it out. I'm telling them the story. They asking me like, oh, why I'm scaring the kids.
But this is what the problem actually is though.
No, why the kids scared with me? They came to me with this shit. I was peacefully sleeping. I was sleeping in my bed comfortable. I ain't feel no spirits, no bad blood. I was knocked out. Like, I didn't, what? Like, what you talking about? They scared with me. They the ones who telling me all of this. Like, they tripping. So now we in the crib like, oh my God, Sincere's room haunted. It's over. Like, it's people. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's somebody. I don't know. So all this happened. While I'm on the live, I go to the neighbor's crib, right? So I go across to the neighbor's crib. Now, it's a neighbor The neighbor that lives exactly across from me, nobody lives there. It's a vacant house. He just have it there, right? But it's a neighbor that's next to him across the street. And then it's a neighbor that's right on the side of me. So I go to the neighbor right on the side of me. And I'm basically asking him, I'm on the live. If you want to go check out all the details, you can check it out because I'm not about to do all that.
That sounds like somebody got up on their hands and knees and took off. That's what that sounds like.
On myself. On my soul, on my life. Like, but I basically go to the neighbor and I'm asking him, like, what's the history of this house? What you know about this house? What's going on? Like, I think it's a ghost. Like, I think this, I think that, da da da. He tells me about his aunt. She used to live there like 40 years ago. She had died. He don't know if she had died in the house or in the hospital, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And then he was telling me, when I was telling him about the noises and stuff, he was like, are you sure it's not a rat? It's not a raccoon. It's not a squirrel, because a possum, because we be having stuff back here. Like, we have coyotes. We have all types of animals and stuff at night. And then he was like, did you check and make sure your crawl space is locked? Because, you know, the homeless people, they come back here in the middle of the night and they crawl into our crawl space.
I know you fucking lying.
He said, I know that because a couple of them crawled into my crawl space, and I found out, and I found them, and I caught them, and I told them to get out of the crawl space, and they got mad that I told them that, so they came and burnt up my furnace and blah, 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 blah. He told me all that, right? All he did was freak me out even more. He was telling me how the lady who lived here, no, he was telling me that a Mexican guy had moved out of here. I told him, right, but when I came to view the house, it was a keypad thing on the door, and I went to put the numbers in, boop, 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 but a guy opened the door for me. It was him and his older woman. They was moving out beds, whatever. He was telling me, no, that guy do not belong there. Like, they always breaking into that house. They always breaking into the house that you in. I don't know why, but all the people on the block, they target that house.
Telling me with this.
Like, all the homeless people, they target the house because it was vacant for so long that people was squattering in the house. People was putting it on Facebook. They're scamming. They're taking people money. They're doing all this, doing all that. So I'm like, oh my God, he freaking me out even more, right? So I'm sitting here like, crawl space, mind you. So I go over, I check the crawl space, and I see that it is not unlocked. It's not unlocked. It's kind of cracked. But I'm like, well, have it been cracked? Have it been like that? Like, I don't know, because nobody goes and just be checking crawl spaces and stuff. Like, who just does that? Like, I don't do none of that. Like, that's weird. So my father finally get here, whatever. My father telling us we all exaggerating. We all bugging. It's not that deep. He never takes nothing serious. So his way of checking the crawl space is open the crawl space door up and looking inside and saying, oh, you good? Nothing is in there. I'm scared. What's inside there?
Just been down and look.
I'm scared that you take the camera and you let them see.
Here. It's a water heater. It ain't no beds or nothing under this.
You don't see no animals?
No.
What about people?
No. People under the stairs. Get the fuck out.
Ain't no soda cans or nothing?
No.
Crack pipe? Coke?
No.
Looked in the crawl space, it was nothing in there. I'm like, Dad, go in. He like, nah, I'm too big to go in. You go in. No, I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there. So it wasn't checked the way how I wanted it to be, but we're going to get there. So then we go in the girls' room. You know, they got the little attic hole on top of the thing. Now, we both too big to fit in there. He was trying to say, kids, one of y'all go up there and see what's up there, but the kids, they was not with it. So we just poking it with the broom, poking it a little bit with the broom. And he like, oh, I don't really see nothing up there. I'm like, you're not even up there.
I'm not gonna stick my head in there, but I'll like push it up and like look around. No. Just push it up, push it up.
Oh, no.
Just push it up, Harmony, come on. It's one only chance. Let's go. Come on. Really go. Hold on.
Who really is going up there?
Oh, no.
It ain't even nothing up there.
Trip.
You don't need that.
It's animals. Oh. Right, we need a flashlight. How we got this? Why we got this in our house and it ain't no stairs?
Oh, this just pitch black. I do flash a flashlight there so I'm looking down.
Hey!
And you standing under it, you're tripping, Dad.
Oh, what the frick? Never mind. I'm doing too much.
Let me see it.
It ain't nothing up there.
Oh, I see
It's the top of the roof.
Oh yeah, I see a room.
Hello!
Okay, now you do.
Oh no.
So my dad, he winds up saying, you know, don't be too scared. There's nothing going on. There's nothing in there. Everything is good. Everything is safe.
Stop the cap.
So I'm looking at him like, That wasn't even a good enough check for me. I need a better check because at this point, I need this house fully checked. I need to know what's going on, right? So now, at this point, we go over to the other neighbor across the street a little bit. He got about 27 cameras in front of his house, okay?
Go sit down somewhere in the nearest mother corner.
So we go over there and I tell him the same thing that I just told the other neighbor. And he tells me, oh, that neighbor over there, like, we related. Me and that person is related. He said back in the day, this used to be all my family's land or whatever. But then all of them got old and they started, you know, dying and stuff like that. So they basically just started renting out the houses to other people. Other people started buying houses and renting them out, whatever, like that. So I goes over to him and I'm asking him, I'm like, yo, I think it's a ghost to the house. I don't know, like, da-da-da. So he started telling me the same story. Like, oh, you know, my older aunt, she lived there, but that was like 40 years ago. She did die in the living room. But, like, I don't think it's, like, she wasn't sad. She was sad, like, but she wasn't mean or nothing. I don't think that could be her spirit because, like, what? So I'm like, Dad, in what living room? Like, what you mean the living room? So you talking about the living room right here? Like, when you go in the back, in the front door. So he was telling me, he said, the door that you go in the kitchen, that's not a front door. He said that is the back door that leads to the kitchen. So if you go on my vlog and you walk in with me and you see the kitchen as soon as you go in, that is supposed to be the back door. I was wondering why there wasn't a porch there. He said, so the room that I'm staying in, the room that has the porch connected to it, the room, he said specifically, the room with the gray floor, okay, is the living room that never had a door on it. The one, so because I was explaining, I'm like, okay, so you know the room right here, so my son is in this room right there, that's supposed to be the living room, right, with the big windows. He said, no, that is supposed to be a bedroom. It's supposed to be 2 doors on there. It's not 2 doors on there. I'm like, no. When I came to visit, when I came to view it, it did have 2 doors, but they took the doors off. So he was like, no, so that means they really made the room that I'm in with the gray floors, that's a living room. They made it a bedroom, and then they took the doors off Sincere's doors and tried to make it a living room.
Huh?
So basically, he's telling me that the lady, his aunt or whatever, she died in the living room, aka my room, in a rocking chair.
Shut the fuck up.
Mind you, y'all, I've been here. I haven't heard nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the spirits, the dark stuff, none of that. Like, I wouldn't have even known somebody died there, even though it was over 40 years ago, but still, like, I never would have knew that. But when he said it, it kind of gave me, like, chills a little bit, because I'm like, damn, like, whoa, like, I'm thinking the whole time. So he like, yeah, your door is the front porch. The doors that's out on the back. So basically, the way our backyard is set up is really our front yard. It's really our front yard. And then the door that leads in the kitchen is really our backyard. So the house is just all backwards built type shit. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he's asking me, he was like, oh, did you make sure you locked up your crawl space? Because, you know, your crawl space was wide open last night when I came home from work.
I'm in the ghetto.
So I'm like, what you mean the crawl space was wide open last night when we came home from work? Like, it's not giving, like, what you trying to say. Like, he like, did you make sure you locked it up? I'm like, I didn't lock it because, like, why would I lock it? Like, I mean, like, the house came how it came. I'm not really worried about the crawl space. He like, oh, do you not know the history of this house? So I'm getting more tea from the guy. And I'm like, damn, I wish I would have bought my camera to record it. Because he's giving me mad tea, like mad tea. So he's basically telling me, like, all the homeless people target the house that I'm in. Because nobody be basically living there. You know what I'm saying? It been vacant. So they come in there, they go in the crawl space, they squatter inside the house. They always trying to break in. He said the last people who lived here, which was the Mexican guy, they came here. He said they come on the block and they pull open the car doors to see which one come open. They stole a person's car who was here before. They try to break in the house. It was a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, but we don't even live in the hood though. But this not even a hood. This house is not in the hood. He like, they don't care. Like, this is a dead end where we live. Like, you think they're not gonna come back here and terrorize us? Why you think I got 27 cameras out here? Why you think every time you come outside, the ladies say, hey, yeah, this is exactly why I thought it was a ghost on the block or was haunted or something. Because every time I would come out of my house, I would hear this lady say, hey, hey, but I would never see nobody, so I would just be looking around like, what is going on in this block? Like, but come to find out, the neighbor, he said he got 27 cameras surrounding his whole house or whatever, and every time you pass the camera or you come out your door or whatever, the lady say hey. So I was like, okay, so now I'm not scared of that. So he was telling me that. He was telling me a whole bunch of stuff. He said, yo, it could be one of the cats. You know, we own like 35 cats on this block.
Oh, you're not ashamed of yourself?
So they do get under the house sometimes. They scratch at the vent or whatever. Okay, that explains the scratching noises that I heard. But what is when I was in the bathroom the other day, it was something banging on the wall. Like, something banging on the wall, like, really, really loud. Like, basically telling me, like, get out the tub. Like, you doing too much. So I jumps out the tub because I'm trying to see if the kids trying to play a prank on me. All the kids is knocked out sleep. So what was it banging on the wall? What was it banging on the wall? Like, I didn't get it. So he's like, oh, well, do you think it's a squirrel? No, I said, I think it's a human because, like, yeah, something fell, got up, started running. It was not giving that. So he goes back to his aunt. He's like, yo, my aunt wasn't like that. Like, I don't think, like, that was over 40 years ago. Man, other people lived in that house. Like, they didn't come tell me nothing about that. And I'm like, baby, like, I think, yeah, I think that's what I think. So I'm back to the crawl space thing. When he said the crawl space was open, when he came from work last night, I'm like, my crawl space don't be open. My crawl space be closed, but no, it's not no lock on it. So my dad left. He did his due diligence. He was like, yeah, it's nothing going on. You know, just lock up the house, make sure everything good. I'm like, Dad, I don't feel like you did enough. Like, me and you both too big to get up in this crawl space and this attic, but I know a perfect person who could fit. So I do what I does, and I call Omar. Yo, Omar, you a country boy? I need you to come check this out real quick. Like, no, this don't mean we getting back together. No, this don't mean nothing, but I need you to come check this out real quick. Like, because the kid's type scared, even though it was me who was really, really scared. So he comes over. He's like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, nah, I just think something was going on last night. Like, was it you last night? So was it you? Was you around my house? And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I would have knocked on the door. Like, I would have, come on, I would have played loud R. Kelly music. I get it, because that's what you do. You blast some little dumb, slow songs and try to, yeah. But, yeah. So he walks up in the attic. No, not that. He walks up in the crawl space first. He's looking around. I'm like, do you see any soda cans? Because now at this point, I'm thinking about take pancakes. I'm like, baby, this will not be happening. So I'm like, do you see any soda cans? Do you see any mattress? Do you see a person here? Did they leave a wig behind? Is it a book bag? Is it a pipe? Like, is there anything in here that I need to be concerned about? So he's walking in, he's like, it's nothing under here. This is just under the house. Like, but the way he walking, like, you know, you got to bend your head down and stuff because you can't, like, fully stand up all the way. Walking through, he's like, there's nothing going on down here. There's nobody down here. There's nothing down here. There's nobody. So I'm like, okay. So I go get my lock that I got from the storage place. I'm like, yeah, because they can't cut this lock if they try to. So I take that lock, boom, lock it up. Lock up the thing. So I know nothing in there now. Lock it up. It's over with. Lock up the crawl space. Now we go in the house. So he stands on a chair or whatever. He goes up to the kids' attic. And the girls' room is a little square thing. Only skinny people could fit in there because I couldn't fit in there. And I wasn't just going to put my head in there. So he gets up there and I push him up. He gets up there. He's like, Charisma, it's nothing going on. So I'm like, no. See if you see some rat poop. Do you see any squirrels fighting? Is it a raccoon? Is it a squirrel stuck in the wall? What is it? What is it giving? Is it a cat up there? Is it a moose? What's up there in my attic? Like, I need to know because I'm telling you something fell last night and it started running. We need to know what it was. So he's walking around. He's like, bro, it's just insulation. All the pink stuff. Remember the girl that was under my house and that last Storytime? Yeah. Remember her when she came out and I said she had all that insulation pink shit on? Yeah, that's basically what was in the attic. So he's like, no, it's just mad stuff. Like, it's no rat poop. It's no nothing. It's like, what are you looking for? I said, is it any human footprints? Is there anything? He like, no, it's just dusty. It got mad spider webs up here. If somebody was walking up here, the spider webs, it would have been down. Like, it's mad spider webs, mad dust. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we got all that situated. So at this point, Omar, he leaves. He leaves. Everything is cool. Now, since I locked up that attic, since I locked up that crawl space, y'all, the day that I locked it up, that night, I went to sleep and I woke up at 1 in the morning. All the kids were asleep. I stayed up in the dark, sitting in the middle of my bed, looking like something out of The Exorcist. From 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. all night in the dark, just looking around and seeing if I hear anything. Because I was like, I don't want to be tripping, bro. Like, I don't want to be tripping. Like, if it was a rat, it would have been came out. If it was something else, like, we would have seen it. Like, I want it to be the Ghostbusters type shit, because I'm like, I gotta figure out what's going on in my home. Like, it's not giving that. Mind you, we didn't hear no more scratching. We didn't hear no banging. We didn't hear no nothing how we used to hear it. And honestly, the only time we would hear the banging and the scratching and all the other stuff is when a man was not at my house. I told y'all, me and Omar, we tried to work it out. He was there 4 days when I first moved there. No banging, no scratching, no nothing. Soon as he leave, banging, scratching, all types of stuff on the walls, stuff falling over. My dad was there, all the noises stopped. No nothing, no nothing, no. It's like whoever it was like knew it was a man around or in the presence. That's why I was thinking, like, maybe it's a ghost, and the ghosts don't like men, right? Why did I think wrong? So let me tell y'all. So all that happened. I stay up, nothing going on. So mind you, I hear some banging. Let's rewind, because the same day that, you remember the neighbor told me that my crawl space was wide open that night when he came from work and I locked it? That same night, it was like 8 o'clock after Omar left and everything, I heard some banging, and I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, as it goes back in the house, they banging, something going on. Something tell me, but when I'm going towards my kitchen, I'm hearing the banging getting a little louder. And I know on the other side of my kitchen, on the outside, it's a crawl space. So I said, I know nobody's banging on that crawl space door. It's either they trying to get out or they trying to get in. I need to know what it is. So you know me, I grabs my gat, runs outside now, because at this time it's only me and my kids. And I be damn, like, I'm going to protect my kids. I'm not finna let them go out like that. So I'm like, okay. So I grabs my gat, I runs outside, I go, peek around the corner and look at the crawl space. I go look at the crawl space, y'all. This guy, I don't know his face. I didn't see his face. When I got there, he was already running down the woods, okay? I told you, we live in a dead end. There's some houses behind my house, but no, not behind my house, but like on the sides of my house. But like, then there's woods in the back of my house. And then in the back of my house, like the gate, a tree had fell, so it's like an opening where you could get in. Hence why I don't have Milo no more. If y'all seen the vlogs, y'all seen my dog Milo. Y'all don't see Milo no more. I gave Milo up because Milo was back there chasing the coyotes, because we also got coyotes that's coming in through the side gate, because my back gate is down. So yeah, it's a whole lot, y'all. It's just a whole lot. So I see this man just running off. He got a book bag on. It looked like a little sheet was like, you know how the people wear the sheets and stuff? It's like a little sheet thing. The boy, whoever he was, boy, guy, ghost, whatever it was, it looked crazy. It was just running away in the dark. And I'm just looking like, was you just banging on my crawl space? Like, is you was trying to get in the crawl space. And at this time, y'all, it was like 17 degrees that night. I remember it like yesterday, because I remember it was 17 degrees, and then we had woke up, and then it was 14 degrees, and then I remember it was 30 degrees the next night. I just remember it being so cold. It was so cold. So I'm like, okay, so I'm not hearing no banging. I'm not hearing nothing. I'm going to just wait it out a couple of days and I'm going to see. So I waited out a couple of days. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. So I get on live. People ask me, oh, what's up with the ghost? I'm telling them, like, nothing happened. Like, I don't think it was a ghost. I really think, like, what the neighbor said, like, it was really the homeless people living in a crawl space, because I feel like, now that I think about it, the noise could have been, okay, it sounded like something fell, got up, and started running, right? Now, down there in the crawl space, you cannot stand up all the way. So it's like, did you think we was in the house sleep? Because normally we be in the bed by 8:30, or the house quiet by 9, because we really be knocked out. So you heard a lot of noise and you got nervous. So did you like try to stand up, bump your head on the, you know, on the ceiling, which is our floor, and then you started running? Because if you running towards the hallway way, and I'm thinking, like, if you down in the bottom in a crawl space, then that would mean you trying to run out the door, right, of the crawl space. So when the neighbor said he seen that my crawl space was wide open when he came from work, it was given like, so you ran out? I don't know. I still thought it was some ghost stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna still wait. I'm gonna wait a couple days. I'm gonna see. No scratching, no nothing falling, no banging, no nothing going on. Nothing, y'all. Absolutely nothing. So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I can't come to terms with that it was a real live person living in our house with us, on the bottom of us every day. I can't No, I can't believe that. Like, I'm still thinking in my head, no, I'm telling myself everything. It could be a squirrel, it could be a rat, it could be this, it could be that. And all the facts is in my face. Like, girl, you locked up the crawl space, you heard the banging, you went out there, the man running away from the banging, the man running away from the crawl space, like, there's nothing in the attic, you got people to go up there, you got, like, what did you not get in charisma? But I didn't want, no, I'm still in denial at this point, y'all, because I was like, no, I don't want to believe that a real life human was living in the house with us. Like, so you heard me telling story times, you heard me, like, what did you do? Like, what was you doing? Like, down there, you down there, so you could lift up the vent and you could see us. Like, what's up with you? Like, I was in denial, y'all. So listen, all of that happened, right? No men in the house, just me and the kids. You know, I at this point, y'all, I sleep with my cat, go to the bathroom with my cat, I wash up with my cat. I'm not playing with nobody, because y'all not gonna single me out because I'm a female with these kids and I'm by myself. No, and I'm not gonna, oh, I'ma just be with Omar just so I can feel protected. No, I'm not doing none of that. Y'all not scaring me out of nothing. Like, nah, no, not happening. I'm on another live. This was like 2 weeks after that, a month after that. This was like the other day, y'all. I'm on another live, right? I don't know why stuff always go down when I'm on live. This is live. I think I deleted this live. I was looking crazy. But it's like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. But yeah, I'm on another live, talking to my beauties. Harmony comes in the room. Harmony's like, yo, mommy, it's a man outside. So I'm like, what man? Like, who? Because, you know, by my kitchen window, if you walk past and it's sunny, it goes black. So she's like, it's a man out there. So I'm like, who? She's like, it's a white man. So I'm like, here we go. I didn't know what to think. I'm just like, here we go. Like, what the hell is going on? So I go, y'all see me on the live. I run to the TV. By where my TV is, I grab my gat. And yeah, it was already locked and loaded. I'm not playing. I told you I'm not playing. So I'm like, okay, grab my shit, go to the kitchen. So I peek out the blinds. I see a white dude. He just walking back and forth past my car, my front porch and stuff. And he just, well, my back porch. And he just on a flip phone. I don't know if he really was talking to nobody, because who still got flip phones in 2024? I don't know. To each his own. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, like, you on a flip phone? So he just walking back and forth, and he like... So I'm sitting there, and I'm like... who the fuck is he? But I'm like, I don't want to, mind you, I'm in my bra and my panties at this time. So on the live, that's why y'all only seen like my head and stuff like that, because I was not trying, because I didn't have no clothes on. So I'm like, oh my god, I can't just run out the door and I only got my bra and my panties on. So I'm peeking out the window. As I'm peeking on the window, I see gifts on my car. So I'm like, here the stalker Omar come. So Omar done left the gifts on the damn Omar done left the damn gifts on the goddamn, on my car, on the front of my car, right? He comes, he leaves all of these gifts up on my car. Teddy bears, roses, all types of stuff, right? That was early in the morning when he left those there. I seen it when he left them there, because he was knocking on the door trying to give it to me. I wouldn't accept it. So I seen him put it on my car. I left him on the car. So they was sitting there all morning, and I done seen cars ride past, neighbors coming in and out. Nobody ever came and touched the gifts. I just left them on the car, and that's where I was going to leave them. So I'm picking out the blind, and I see this white man. He's talking on the phone, but I don't really know what he's saying. So I see him go over to my backyard. He's peeking over the gate and stuff. You know, I got a little tent back there. So I guess he's trying to figure out, like, is these people sleep in his house? What's going on? He peeking by. I see him peeking. So then he come back by the window. I see him trying to look in the blinds. Nigga, I'm looking right at you while you over here trying to look at me. Like, what are you doing? So I'm like, I'm trying to scope the scenery a little bit, but I got the live going on just in case. So my kids, I tell them, move from the table, take all y'all stuff, go in the room. Go in the room, because I don't know what's going on, but I might have to lay this down. I might have to lay them down, not on front. So all the kids go in there. I'm peeking, and he don't even know he's peeking and he don't even know I'm peeking back at him. So I'm just looking. So I'm looking at his hand and he got like a sweater wrapped around his arm, and in his hand is a hammer, like a real live hammer, like he was about to go to work or something, you know what I'm saying? So he got like a real hammer in his hand, and now I'm looking, because now I'm kind of concerned, because now I'm like, what is going on? So he walked past my window, he go by the mailbox. So I see him creeping up closer and closer to my car. Mind you, didn't I tell you a few weeks ago that neighbor told me that they be coming in here stealing cars and all of that? So I'm looking, mind you, my car door locked. I gotta push the start anyway. So baby, you get in this car, you're not even gonna be able to start her up. And if you do start her up, she's gonna lock right here in the middle of the street, and you're gonna be stranded, because yeah, don't play with it. Yeah, I tried to drive off one day and forgot my key, and that joint locked me right up in there. Like, yeah, what you doing? You stealing? Yeah, my car don't play. Like, don't play with it. Don't play with it. So I'm looking and I'm like, why is he coming close to my car? So I see him coming close to my car, and he's on the phone, but he's looking around. You could tell you're not really on that phone, my nigga. You just talking. He on the phone, he like this. And he creeping up to the car. And I told you, I opened my left gifts on the car. I see his hand, y'all. His hand just start reaching. Y'all, the ones of y'all who was on that live, if y'all would have seen it, remember, I threw y'all on the table. I'm sorry I dropped y'all. But I threw y'all on the table because I told y'all I had on bra and panties. And I wasn't even trying to go outside. But I didn't have no time to get dressed. I threw y'all on the table and I flicked open that front door. And I said, what you doing? Can I help you? What you doing? As soon as I opened out my front door, I guess he was not expecting nobody to come out. He jumped back from the car into the street. Now, forgot about his whole fake phone conversation, right? And he just started going off at the mouth. He like, you could tell I shocked him. I scared the shit out of him. So mind you, I'm out there in my bra and panties. Feel me? I'm out there in my bra and panties, and I got the gat in my hand. So he see it, and I'm not playing with this dude. I'm like, what you want? Like, can I help you? Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. So he like, my wife. Like, I don't know. Like, they took my wife. Like, mind you, this man is talking. He keep rocking side to side. I'm looking at the back of his head. It looked like a bear claw just scratched the whole back of his head. It looked like he was in the woods running, and the branches were scratching his head up or something. And I'm like, why do he's bleeding from his head. He got all of these like scratch marks on his head. He was a white bald-head man. I would never forget it. A white bald-head man, bluish kind of eyes. And he had leaves all on the back of his sweater. And I'm like, did you just run through the woods? Did you just come from behind the house? Like, where did you come from? Like, who knows where this man came from? I'm just like, who is you? So he just started talking about his wife and like people sex trafficking and people doing this. And I'm like, at this point, I could already tell like he's high. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna tell you one time, only get the away from my door. Get away from my door. I'm not gonna say it no more. Get away from my door now. Get away from my door. So he starts backing up because I'm swinging my shit because I'm ready to use her. I'm not playing. One thing about it, like, I don't care about that. Oh, the men and the no. You come here and you try to be a danger to me and my kids, you're getting left. You're getting left. Like, I'm not playing with you. I'm not going to give you a chance to get one up on me first. And I see you got the hammer in your hand. So I wanted him to try to come close. He would have been a goner. I'm not playing. Like, I'm not playing. So he starts backing up real fast. He's like, all right. I don't want no problems. All right. So I'm watching him back up. So I close the door. Now I open the blinds all the way. Right? I could tell. He probably was looking at me like, why is this girl in her bra and panties? Like, yes, fat everywhere. I didn't care. No, don't play with me. He starts backing up. So I see him go like 2 houses down to the neighbor's house, and he keep peeking. I'm sitting at the window with my blinds like, stop texting me. I'm sitting at the window with my blinds like this, because I'm looking. I'm like, I just want to see. So I'm steady looking. I'm waiting for him to come back so he could be a goner. And he just keep peeking. He just like, I guess trying to see where I went. So in the midst of this, I see a white car. I told y'all, we live in a dead end. The white car keep flying past my house, coming back around, flying past, stopping by where the man is. The man keep peeking out. So now I'm like, okay, this white car got to be following him. Something going on that I don't know about. And I know a lot of y'all like, Charisma, why you ain't call the cops? Baby, the cops don't help us out here. The cops don't help people with my skin color out here. You know how many times I done called the cops in these years? And they ain't do nothing? They don't care. They do not care, bro. They don't care. So I'm like, okay. All right. So I'm still seeing the car keep flying back and forth. I see the man peeking his head, and then I just stopped seeing him. So now I'm like, okay, let me put on a robe. Let me see what's going on. Because now at this point, I'm finna go outside. I'm finna check it out, see what's going on. Because he could, I told y'all he was 2 houses down. But he could have went in their backyard and came through mines, right? So I'm like, nah, we ain't going out like that. I'm not going out like that. Mind you, when all this is happening, it's like 11 a.m. Like, it's early morning. Like, I guess he thought we was asleep. And it was on a Saturday. So I'm guessing he think we was asleep in the house. Because I know you see the car parked right here. But he was not caring about that car. He was staking out my house. Like, looking through my windows, looking through my backyard. All of that. Like, he was just doing too much. So I'm like, all right, let me go put on my robe. So I go put on my robe. At the time I go put on my robe, I go to open the door. I see 2 cop cars come down the block. 2 cop cars coming down the block. So I'm like, oh my God, like, what's going on? So one of the cops, yeah, he know exactly who he is. One of the cops, he comes to my house. He's like, oh yeah, I guess your ex was here, right? And he trespassed from here. Why he keep leaving stuff? I said, you answer me and you ask me that. You ask me that. You ask me. You the one who trespassed him from here, right? You see the stuff still here, right? You see I'm not even accepting it, right? So you ask yourself that. Why he keep coming leaving stuff? You ask yourself that. So I'm asking him, I'm like, what y'all here for? So he like, oh, we came because there's a guy going around breaking in. I said, yeah, white guy, right? He like, no, he black. I said, no, he not black. Stop playing with me. He was like, well, I thought he could probably be your ex. See, now, that's what you're not going to do. See, now, I don't mess with Omar. Can't stand the dude. Can't stand them at all. But what you're not gonna do is tie this crime on no black man. That's what you're not gonna do. You know damn well Omar didn't have nothing to do with no break-ins. Like, don't play with me. Now, so I'm describing the guy. I said, first of all, you can ask the neighbor with the 27 cameras, okay? You can ask my children, because my children see him. It was a white guy with a bald head, scratches down his head, leaves on his back, a hammer in his hand. He's like, oh yeah, that's what the neighbors told me, that he was a white guy, but you just came and told me that it was a black guy. You think it's my ex. Oh no, ma'am, I was just joking around. No, you wasn't joking. This is not a joke. Like, what are you talking about? It's somebody that was here looking through windows, looking through everything, and you sitting here like, what are you doing? And I'm like, it's a white car zooming back and forth. So they explained it to me. So now the sheriff walk over with him. So now the sheriff, he's not in playing mode. He's not playing like the officer that was here. So he's basically telling me like, yeah, the white car was following him because he just broke into their house. He just broke into 2 houses in the block behind y'all. So that's why he ran through the woods type and came to y'all house, like basically trying to find somewhere to hide or something. So I'm like, the man got a hammer in his hand. So he was like, oh, well, one of the neighbors said that he had a gun, da 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 da. I'm like, well, I didn't see one. I seen a hammer. If he had one, he must have put it in his pocket because I didn't see one. And I backed out on him. He ain't back out his back. So I don't know. All I know is he had a hammer. His head was bleeding. He had mad leaves on his back. And he was on his flip phone that you could tell he wasn't talking to nobody on. Like, nobody on. And I told him the story that he told me. Like, he said his wife, they took his wife, somebody was trafficking, da 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 da. But you could tell the story wasn't real. Like, it was given, like, you're high as hell and you don't know where to go. Like, he was so nervous. Like, it looked like, now that the cop explained, like, oh yeah, he just broke into 2 houses behind your street. That's when I was looking like, that's why he got the scratches on his head from the tree branches. That's where the leaves on his back came from. He was running through the woods trying to come. He was running through the woods. And y'all, another thing, if y'all watched my transparent story time when I was saying that I got scammed for the house, do y'all know the house that I got scammed for is a couple of blocks away from where I live now?
It's too much tea, bitch, for me.
It's a couple of blocks from where I live now. So back to the story. I'm just like, wow. So there's a guy breaking into homes. So what do we do? Like, I'm asking the cops, so what do we do? How we gonna do this? Like, what's gonna go on? And he just like, oh, just make sure you stay strapped up, stay ready. I know you a woman, you in there with your kids alone. Don't open your door for nobody. Just make sure all of that. Y'all. So now that I'm hearing all of this, I'm like, the dude had a hammer in his hand. I'm thinking like, I wanted to ask him, like, are you the same dude that was living in my crawl space? But I didn't want to do too much. So I was just like, if he come close to me, I'ma just end him, because like, yeah, it's not giving it. So thank God to the neighbor with the 27 cameras that caught this white dude on camera doing what he was doing, because that officer tried to get a black man for it, because Omar was here when he wasn't supposed to be. So he tried to say, oh no, the guy was a black guy who did it. It wasn't really a white guy. And I'm like, you're a liar, because it was a white guy. It was a white guy, and it was a white car chasing him back and forth. Like, stop playing with me. We all seen this. Like, don't try to put this on our race. Like, we just, yeah. And I'm just so confused, y'all, because I do not live in the hood, y'all. I do not live in the hood. I'm like, bro, I would expect this to go down where I used to live or something, but like, no, I don't live in the hood. I don't understand what is going on. When I tell y'all, inflation is so bad. People is cold. They cannot eat. They can't afford nothing. It's about to get bad, y'all. It's really about to get bad. If you don't have protection, you need to go get you some. Like, you need to be safe, you and your children, because this world, this country, baby, they're coming. Like, I don't listen, I need you to read between the lines. Like, they're coming. Like, okay, like, people can't afford things. It's cold out here, bro. The housing is going to other races, if you get my drift. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not playing, bro. They're not playing. Like, 2024 this year is about to get so bad, bro. Bro, hide your stuff. Hide your waters. Hide your tissue. They're coming for you. Like, I never have felt this so unsafe in my life. Like, I felt more comfortable living in New York with the bums and the rats. Like, word up. Like, because this is getting crazy, bro. And it's getting really scary. So, you know what I did, right? I got right on the phone. People telling me to get a Ring camera. Ring camera? What the hell a Ring camera gonna do? Nah, we ain't doing that. I got on the phone with ADT. Listen, baby. I need cameras surrounding my whole house. I need the lights that come on real bright, just in case somebody back there and I put the lights in on them. I seen that in the Walking Dead episode when they cut the lights on and it lights up the backyard. Yeah, I need that. I need the voice control thing. Yep, I need anytime somebody turn my knob, the cops show up. I don't care. I need it all. Like, so yeah, now I got an appointment to get A1 security, because I'm not playing. I'm not playing with nobody. I'd be damned if me and my kids, bruh. I'm not playing with nobody. I'm not playing with nobody. Word up. So they come in, they putting cameras all up around the front, around the sides, where the attic at. I want cameras everywhere. I'm not playing. Like, I'm not about to sit here and play with y'all. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna sit here and play with y'all. Not, especially not in the South. We not finna do that. We not finna do that. Nah. Not what me and my kids gotta live here. Nah, we not finna do that. But yeah. Whew. Lock y'all doors. Lock y'all car doors. Make sure y'all safe. Make sure y'all stuff is put away. Make sure you sleeping next to your shit locked and loaded. Make sure it's in a safe place as well, so the kids can't get to it. Like, see, my kids, they know. I done had a talk with them. They know. Like, don't even, that's nothing to play with. But baby, my joint, like, it's so hard for me to even put it in a safe somewhere, because it's like, hold on, what y'all not finna do is catch me lacking. Y'all not finna catch me lacking. Like, I don't know who these people is or why they targeting this house that I'm in, but baby, I'm the wrong one to play with. So yeah, I don't know if the police caught that man or not. I don't know if he's still on the loose, but like I said, ever since then, I locked up that crawl space. I haven't heard no banging, no scratching, nothing falling, nothing knocking over, no ghosts. I haven't heard anything. So the only thing I can put in my head is that it was a human living in the house with us, because that's the only else thing that I could come up with. If it wasn't a human, I would have heard more knocking and banging and scratching. And I didn't tell a story in my house because I don't want that energy in my crib. Like, so that's why I'm in the car telling the story time, because we not doing that. But yeah, y'all, this really the end of the story time. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow all of my social medias. And episode in. I'm scared, y'all. Y'all think somebody living here with us?
No, I'm not doing this.
Hey, I'm a neighbor. Your wife here? She sleep. How long y'all been living here?
20 years.
Do you know the history of this house?
What I understand, people's down there, it's cold as crap in the winter and hot in the summer. They said the heating bill and the air bill's pretty high.
Since I lived there, I've been hearing like a bang. People been it sound like people been running in there like at night, probably like 3 in the morning. Long scratches on the wall.
Really?
Yeah, y'all know nothing about that? Nobody died in there?
It's been years and years ago before we moved here. There's an old lady that lived there. She lived there most of her life. And her husband, I think, was killed in the war. And she started drinking after that. And she drunk herself to death.
And she died in the house?
I don't know if she died in the house or she died in the hospital. I don't know which one. Because I know we had a problem with homeless people getting up under our house.
I know you fucking lying.
Homeless people getting under your house? What you mean, like living
Getting up there at nighttime. Because I'd go back there sometimes and their door that goes under the house, it'd be laying out in the yard.
Do you think that's what it could be?
I don't know. If they can find a place to crawl to stay warm.
Cause I hear like bang, like running. We heard like running last night, like 3 in the morning. And my kids say it's like, it sounded like a Bigfoot, like a fat person, like somebody running. But then when we go see, it stops.
I wonder if somebody's running across the front porch then.
Huh?
I wonder if somebody's, because as a lady that lived there, her and her daughter, and homeless people tried to break in on her.
No, I'm not doing this.
And she called the police and they came out here and they stayed here until morning that night.
Wait. You said, hold on, whoa. You said front porch what? Say it again.
I said the front porch.
Uh-huh.
I forgot which door she said they tried to get in. And she called the police that night and they came out here and they stayed out here the rest of the night.
Okay, that's why I said, where your wife? Because when I first moved here, your wife was telling me a little stuff about the house. Made me feel a little eerie. And she was like, she kept coming out checking. She like, oh, I have to make sure because people be trying to break in there and live there. So these windows up here on the top, ain't that like for attic?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have an attic thing in our house.
You don't?
No. We have the little thing, but it's like it's too small for anybody to get in.
You hearing the noise from up or under the house?
It's more like it's inside with us. Like whatever it is inside with us.
I almost called the cops.
And I tell you that possums and raccoons, they bad around here. And you know, they get under houses and stuff.
So you think they could get in the bottom?
Because I've come out here at night sometimes, and I bet possum and raccoons sitting there.
You ever heard something like fall over in your house? That's what I've been hearing, like so getting knocked down. So you think it's just animal?
It could be. It could be.
Or you think it's people?
Raccoon. People, it's possible.
So it's possible that people is getting in, because we only hear it at night. I heard it one time in the daytime, but it was real little and it went away. But
see, that guy next door there, he cut our grass one summer, and he's the one that asked us if somebody'd been getting under our floor.
I'm scared, y'all. So the people was crawling under your floor.
And what they don't realize, there's a snake under there.
And then it's funny because that's what my daughter was saying. 3 in the morning, she was like, I thought it was a cat scratching at the vent. Like, she thinking your cats was getting inside.
That's possible.
And I'm like, okay, even if they were scratching at the vent, cats is not that big where something would knock over and they would get up. So they said, like, something was knocked over, and then it sounded like somebody fell, got up, and started running through the house. Cats can't do that.
No, that sounds like somebody got up on their hands and knees and took off. That's what that sounds like.
On myself. On my soul. On my life. Like, as if somebody was there, but knew that we was up in the house and tried to leave, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's creepy.
Where are you opening that?
Huh?
Where are you opening it goes under the house?
I think it's on the side right there. It's no lock on it either.
I don't get a lock put on it.
Oh my God.
But I put 3 chairs in front of ours to make sure if I come back at night, I know it.
Another thing, do you know who live across? Nobody lived there?
Man that owns it cleared the woods, put the trailer there, put that little garage down there, and it's been sitting there empty ever since. That's been about 2 or 3 years ago.
Because sometimes I be seeing a light come on across from the window, and I be like, who in there? I never see nobody come out.
Well,
So I thought whoever was in there came to my house.
I ain't never seen anybody come out either.
Me either. That's scary.
Now, in the summertime, you'll probably see a man pull up, cut the grass.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing been sitting there for a long time. I think he's got those funny lights in there that they turn off and on.
Okay, you got my heart hurting. Okay.
There used to be a trailer right there, but it's set long ways instead of the way that and setting that way. That man that lived in it, he died there.
Oh my God! You think the land where this house is just haunted where I live?
I wouldn't think so. You first one I heard him say anything about it.
Because I'm scared. What should I do?
I wouldn't worry about it if it's happening at night. I fish probably animal.
Okay. Whew. All right. Okay.
I just wondered if it's a raccoon or a possum, or could the way you say it's scratching, you never know what it is.
Yeah, the scratching I believe is an animal. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was probably either a rat, but I'm thinking there's too many cats around, so it's probably not a rat. It's probably another animal. But the running, I feel like that's a real person.
Now the running like that, I wonder if that could be a rat. No, rats make a loud noise when they running.
But knocking stuff over.
That's what I don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. Cause usually we be asleep at night, and it happens when we. Yeah.
Wow.
Is that loud? That's what I'm saying. How could it be an animal, or like I feel like somebody living in there with me or something, like in the attic or something.
That makes it sound like somebody is getting under that thing. Then.
You ain't never seen no people come back here, right? While I'm here.
I that lived there before, man lived there by himself. He never mentioned nothing. He stayed there a year.
But it's crazy because when I went to view the house, it was him and a lady in there.
Oh, was it?
Like they was moving out while they was telling me to go view it. But they never mentioned nothing like crazy. They were just saying that they moving out.
What did he look like?
He was like gray hair, a little oldish.
That wasn't him. This was a young Mexican guy.
What you mean that wasn't him?
That was a young Mexican guy.
Nah, when I came to view this, it was 2 older people here. And it looked like they was moving stuff out. So if you saying that was Mexican guy, that means somebody was squatting, whatever in there.
Oh, the people was moving that stuff out. People did try to come and...
When the bed was on the back porch.
Right. People did try to do squatting things with it.
Because the day we came to visit...
Because they put it on Facebook. Somebody did. And they was ripping people off.
Wow.
It stayed empty for about 6 or 7 months. After that guy moved out.
Ain't no way. So
the trailer that was there that the guy died in, it was a few months after that. We come home from church one night. We walked in the house. We didn't notice nothing. I seen some red lights go down the road. And I come out here. They was flames 15 feet coming off that trailer.
I be hearing people back there too.
Well, that's Jimmy and his thing.
And it's like boarded up, but like sometimes the guys go back there. I don't know what they do.
In the back behind this building over here, you're gonna hear some stuff. Because people come back there sometimes and turn the radios up, jack their jaws and stuff.
Oh my, okay.
It's changed a lot since we moved here, but it's still pretty well quiet.
So what you think I should do? Get some cameras?
You might already get you one to put under that crawl space.
So people was crawling under yours, living under yours.
At night time.
So it's a possibility they could be.
Possible.
Oh my, okay.
Because that's one morning I got up, and after I got out of the shower, I put my pants on, and I heard something pop. I went in the kitchen. My kitchen was full of smoke. I asked my wife, I said, "What you burn?" She said, "Nothing." I said, "Well, we got a fire somewhere then." And I had to run around there, run into the house. There wasn't nobody there. But I think they've done something to our furnace.
Oh my God.
We had to pay something like $5,500 to get our furnace replaced because they burnt the bottom of it.
Are they coming through the back of the? Because I don't never see nobody come through this side.
Through the back.
So they coming through the back.
I know for a fact they coming through the back, coming up through the woods and stuff right there.
That's what I was thinking, because when I first moved here, my dog was in the back at night, and your wife came to my house. She said, "Get your dog out of there. Do you know big coyotes?" I said, "What?"
Yes, they are at nighttime. When it starts getting dark, get them in the house. We left a little bit out here one evening. She started making the strangest bark I'd never heard her make before. And I come out here, and they was one climbing the fence to get her.
Oh my.
By the time I got back in the house, I got my gun and come back out here. It was over in that lot next door, and I couldn't shoot over there.
Oh my God. And then I noticed my fence in that back is down too. A piece.
That's where that tree fell on it.
That's what it. Oh my God. Okay. All right. That's all I had to ask. I didn't mean to scare you or not.
That's all right.
But okay. Thank you. I see you have the little trap set up here, the little chair.
Well, dogs had come up on the porch and grabbed the cats and killed them. And that's why we put the chair there.
Wait, it's stray dogs too?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What the fuck did I move to?
The ghetto! Like that. So they'll stay away from the cats that stay up here, they all right. But we had to put that there to keep them coming up on the porch and get them. I'm glad to see sunshine, dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back into the haunted house.
But you the first one to say anything about something like that.
I swear, like, I don't know. It's like we've been hearing it since we first moved here. And
when I talk about raccoons or possums, I don't mean no little ones. I mean some big ones.
You need some big ones?
I've come out here, I stop my foot if they don't move. I say, "Oh boy, you wait right there then."
So it's either raccoon or possum, or it's the homeless people crawling into the thing. Because the homeless people crawled into your thing. They probably was like, he know, so we gonna go over there now.
Yeah, since I stacked the chairs up in front of ours.
Yeah, because I know for sure that when you say it was a Mexican guy, when I went, it was a white guy, and he had a wife with him, and they claimed they was moving their stuff out. But I don't know, the vibe seemed kind of like off, like they wasn't supposed to be there, like they really didn't live there, like squatters type joint. That was when that mattress was on the back.
Yeah, they came, the thing that was on the door that you could get in, if you know the combination.
Yeah.
They had a hammer, they tried to knock it off.
Yeah, because when we came to see the house, your wife came out. She was like, "Hey, y'all not gonna come up?" I said, "No, we coming to view the house." She was like, "Oh, I'm just making sure." But before we could even enter the code, somebody opened the door for us. And they let us in. They was like, "Yeah, we moving on. You can come see the house." And I'm like, "Okay."
No.
So it was me and my two daughters. We went in.
She didn't tell me that.
It was him, one lady, and there was a bed, and then there was a bed on the porch.
Now, I remember an older man and woman come over to view the house. They were driving a truck, I think it was. Now, since that guy moved out, you're the first one moved in. But they've been a buttload of people been there to look at that house.
Cause they was marketing it as 3 bedrooms, and it had doors on it. But then when we went, they took the doors off. It really was 2 bedrooms.
You're kidding?
Yep. That's what they was marketing as 3 bedrooms, but it's really 2.
From what I understand, the people that own that, they own a lot of houses around here.
Yeah. But yeah, it was nice talking to you. That's all I had to really ask. What's your advice? What y'all do?
It's probably just got thinking They don't have they can beat the cat doing it. But the noise that you say is running, I don't know about that one. If you get you a camera, put it up there and put it over that doorway under the house, you'll see what it is.
Okay. All right, thank you. You can put your chair back. Got the safety chair.
I can't believe how good it works.
Booby traps all on his porch, bro. All on his porch. They said this house across from us been empty for months. But that light keep coming on.